do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our...
Well, the defense did their job. They didn't allow any points on the opening drive. Now, second drive of the game, first for the play action. Now Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Odell Beckham, 72 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Russell Wilson and company in the red zone as we'll jump in to see what the Seahawks can do here.
52. 52's the mic. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Left pass.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown.
A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth.
50 seconds to Mike. Okay.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
Time to jump back in. Opening drive, third quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10.
Green 80. You don't know no better. Alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Double up. He's coming, double up. One left. Hey, check Mike 57. That's it. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. 57 to Mike.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Larry Fitzgerald. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Check 52 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Now Wilson on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike, 57. Gun. 57. Alert. 57 is the Mike. Blue there. Zoom. The Mike. Watch 57. Run left. Watch the run. 57 is Mike. Mike 57. I'm coming out to you.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being right.
Hands up. Lee. Mike 50. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. The Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leon Hall. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three.
They run, Chubb, and an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Completes it to Dixon. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Chubb. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Alert, 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 alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins got home that time. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile.
14, run it.
And here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Going for Metcalf. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin. Looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And able to find Green. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And Dalton to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Bring it. Bring it.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. It's just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. A solid stiff arm. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time out of Chubb. 52 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
57 to Mike.
They'll run with Lynch. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
57. Mike, 52nd. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Alert flare, alert flare. 14, 40. Go, 40.
Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away into
the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
3rd and goal. They're going with Chubb. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. Here the Seahawks. Pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Hands up. Get the ball. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his running back, Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So Dalton now. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use him at this point. Chubb.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.